Welcome to Front Row, top news in the Virgin Islands, as told only by JTV. This is our Virgin Islands General Election Special. I'm Kathy Richards. Thank you so much for tuning in. On today's edition, we zero in on the April 13, 2023, the day candidates seal their commitments to contest in the April 24 general elections. Nomination Day. On a previous Front Row Elections Special, you heard from first-time candidates. Today, hear from others who are not so new to the process. When we return, the details.
For the last several years, I have had the distinct pleasure of getting to know Mrs. Lorna Smith OBE on both a personal and professional level. She's my mentor and she's my friend, and I owe so much of who I am, especially professionally, to her. Her work ethic, her determination, and her passion have rubbed off on me, and because of that, I have been able to succeed in many aspects of my life. Being a young professional in the BVI, I do think it's always special to have someone who will put you in the important rooms and allow you to learn and to grow, allow you to be the best version of yourself. She was instrumental in helping me to be confident in my abilities. She has a thing where she says that I inspire her, but I don't think she understands how much she inspires me on a daily basis. She cares, she understands, she's passionate, and she listens. Her care, her passion, and her love of all that she does are just a few of the reasons I think that you should vote for her. We are at a time in the BVI where we need doers and not just talkers. I can vouch for Lorna Smith because she is a doer and she will always fight to ensure that the BVI gets the very best. She's someone we need right now, and I am telling you here today, she can do it. On 24th April 2023, I will be voting for Lorna Smith. And you should too.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year.
Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
The Great Debate, District 9 candidates. VIP Vincent Whitley.
I have said it before, and I will say it here now again. There has never been more action in a 4-year period in this district than in my 4 years.
PVIM Shireen Flax Charles.
We need a tourism model that works for us and our people, not one so politically disastrous and nonsensical that our competitors are happy.
NDP Coy Levins.
How many election periods has passed and the issues are not addressed, but 6 months before election you got story to tell the people as if the people is ignorant and don't have understanding.
Independent Vernon Vanterpool. The Great Debate. Virgin Gorda, April 14, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Catholic Community Center. And Antigada, April 16th, 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Emile Dunlop Community Center.
opiate.
Hi, I'm Cowboy, and I'm running for president of Stake. Thank you. And I will meet your needs. Some bathrooms are so expensive to build, they come with security. But at Staycation Butchers, our meats are affordable. People always ask me, Cowboy, where does your salmon come from? Well, our salmon comes from the water. A vote for Cowboy is a vote for quality, integrity, and consistency. So come into Staycation Butchers and cast your vote for me, your next president of Steak. Alexandra Durant approves this message.
No, I don't.
Welcome back for the news in details. 42 persons have entered to contest the April 24 general elections. On a previous Front Row Elections special, you heard from first-time candidates. Today, hear from others who are not so new to the process. Premier, you would have led your party into nomination day today for the very first time doing such. How did it feel?
Felt good to have a full slate of 13 candidates. The only party in the 2023 general elections with a full slate of 13 and a full slate of quality candidates. And I'm just grateful to all of the members of the team for taking this bold step forward to represent our Virgin Islands and keep it on the pathway of success that we have embarked on, especially since we have, of course, weathered the storms and we have brought the ships safely into harbor and we're ready to take another journey.
Okay, how did it feel for you walking in that room today, knowing that you are the head of the party and more so that the territory is looking at you more than they are looking at any other?
Well, I'm grateful for the opportunity, but it's a team effort, and I'm just glad that I have a team with me that has confidence in me. I have confidence in them, and we work collaboratively to get the work of the people done. And I know that with faith in God, with hard work, that we will continue the success of these beautiful Virgin Islands. It was pretty straightforward. Of course, we just went through signing the forms. I had my mother, who she was with me last time as well. Also, Mr. Colliston George, who they've been great supporters of mine, along with Aisha Maduro, who was there to witness. And it was very straightforward. Mrs. Huggins was there. She dealt with me, very professional. Everything went smoothly. And by God's grace, I was able to come up with the $1,000.
So one last question. Is the last lap rounds coming down to the elections. How confident are you about your party's chances?
Well, I have a great deal of confidence in the team. We have presented ourselves to the people of the Virgin Islands. I'm confident that we have made our record known to the public, that we are letting the public know what our plans are for district as well as nationally. Soon you'll be seeing us release our manifesto in the next few days. And I'll be confident, of course, that we would have made a strong case to the people of the Virgin Islands as to why we should lead them for the next 4 years. But ultimately, it's up to the people. We respect God's will and the will of the people.
This is what we would have called in 2019 a dynamic trial. It was the first go, and you guys are all together here again. How does it feel in this moment, having confirmed and affirmed that you are doing this again?
No, it's a brilliant feeling, At the end of the day, we understand that the territory is at a critical crossroads, and we have already, over the past 4 years, gotten the requisite experience and understanding of the systems, the structures, and I believe we're in a much better place now, 4 years later, to move forward the territory's progress through reform and development.
Thank you. I guess you want me to answer the same question. Well, I can say I will not work with another team beside this team here that we have. I've learned a lot from them, and I think we have learned a lot among each other. And one thing I can say is that this team always had each other back, and we supported each other. And I think that's a key to any government. Once you could sit down and crash things out, by the end of the day, have the right answer. So I'm happy to be here today. I'm really pleased, and I look forward to the election. To me, the process was smooth. There's only one thing I started that get me kind of by surprise. They take off my nickname, Sheep, for the ballot. And a lot of people know me as Sheep and not Neville Smith. So I'm a little bit concerned, but I guess during the whole campaign trail now, I'll have to continue telling people, don't look for Sheep, look for Neville Smith.
So you guys had the opportunity to see this or verify before today?
Well, I didn't see that. So I don't know if my other colleagues did, or the team did, and that wasn't mentioned to me. But like I say, Neville Smith is my name. I know my mother will be very happy that Sheep came off, so I'm okay with that.
No, the process was good. The process was good. It went very smoothly. It went fast. And we're happy that it's over and we now move forward, continuing on the road to election and hopefully to victory.
I do agree with the other members. I must acknowledge and applaud the election supervisor and her team for making the process so seamless. We know that there were some issues leading up to this nomination day, but they worked hard, they worked tirelessly, and we have seen it in the process today, and we are quite excited about it. As you can see, we have other members of the team, and the most important thing is team indeed. And earlier you would note that during the past 4 years we had our ups, we had our downs, but we all stuck together, and we committed, and we are committed to the territory, and we intend to represent the people of this territory for the next 4 years, and as much as God blesses us with.
Luz Hart Smith, she is. You are in the fold, and this is not your first go at it, but rather your second. How do you feel? I mean, in the first time, you get the feeling like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. But now you are an experienced girl in campaigning. How is it going?
Well, it feels good because now I'm official. I'm an official candidate for the 4th Electoral District under the Virgin Islands Party banner. So it's a feeling of joy and happiness.
Okay. How was the process inside? How did you feel? Compare that, if you can remember, what it felt like when you walked in for the first time in 2019 to now.
Well, the only difference is, two differences. The venue, of course, because in 2019 it was down at the courthouse. And this time we actually had to bring proof of our declaration of declaration. So we needed to bring proof of that. I didn't have to do that the last time. Basically, I don't have anything to declare, but I had the option of declaring nothing, so I chose to declare nothing. So I went through the process and paid my $25 and listed in the Gazette, so I am official. So I did that. I paid my $1,000 cash, because you couldn't bring credit card or a check or anything else. And I had my 2 nominees and my witness, so I was fully prepared today, Kathy, for my official nomination.
Okay, so going forward now on to April 20, when persons will start voting, and then on to the big day on the 24th. How are you faring?
Well, I'm feeling good, Kathy. I'm feeling really, really good. The support is there. I'm still pushing along and tugging along, trying to meet all the people on my list, if at all possible. But I try to get to the majority of the persons, because it's better to do face-to-face, and we're going to be pushing, of course, trying to get people to convince them that I am the better candidate and they will vote for me. But the process continues, and we have, actually this evening, we have Connect and Meet with Me, the candidate, in the bandstand this evening at 7. So we're looking forward to persons coming out where I present my ideas, and they have an opportunity to ask me questions or to make suggestions, recommendations as to how we can build a better District 4.
Awesome. All the best to you, Luz. Honorable Vincento Wheatley, you were there in 2019. That was your very first time. It's your second time. You would have matured. You're no longer a baby. You're probably now a toddler in this experience going for the second. How did it feel?
Kathy, it's a bit different this time than last time, maybe because of a shorter campaign period. But it's exciting nonetheless. We have to go before the people now and make a case for why we or I am the best person to continue the transformation that I started 4 years ago. And that I intend to do.
Okay, how was the nomination process? Was there anything different from 2019 when you walked into that room today and the process that you had to go through?
For me, yes, because last time I was nominated in my district. Today, I'm in Tortola. It's a bit of a challenge trying to find somebody from the 9th district living on Tortola who is free today. So it was a bit of a challenge. I didn't walk with anyone. It didn't dawn on me how challenging it would have been. But nonetheless, I got through, and I'm now fully legal to run.
Okay, and there's with April 24 on the horizon. How do you stand?
Kathy, I stand very well. The people of the district know me. I ran on a VIP party the very first time. I am still there. I'm still a person who they've been going to church with, going to funerals with, supporting them all the time. I didn't just start going to church. I didn't just start going to funerals. I didn't just start visiting my district. I live there. The people know me.
All the best to you, and I wish you get the outcome that you so desire. Either way, you will continue to be the people's person.
Absolutely. I live in my district. I give. That's what I do. I give back to my community. I'll always give back, no matter what.
Now is a very critical time in the history of the territory. And you have to think outside of the district and think about the person who's best suitably qualified to represent you at the national level. Because if things are not done right at the national level, if you don't have a district representative who can increase the economic pie in the territory, who has the skills and the knowledge and the experience to make things better at the national level, many of the things that you want to be done at the district level will not be realized. And I think that when people look through the plans, look through the history, look through the experience and the skills of the persons who are running for District 6, I think the choice is quite clear that I am the most suitably qualified person at this time to represent the people of District 6.
Could you tell us the feeling in this moment, just reflecting on the past 4 years, 2019, when you would have done similarly?
Well, this is my 4th time being nominated, so I'm familiar with the process. It's just a way of, again, just recommitting myself to the people of the territory and also to the people of the 6th district to let them know that I am here. Many of them came to me to ask me to represent them. I accepted that challenge that they've put to me, and I'm putting myself forward, and I know I will be an exceptional representative for the people of District 6 because they deserve that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, as I've been telling the people in the 9th district, we need a real change this time in District 9. And I, Shireen Flax, am the candidate that can create that change, empower the people of the 9th, create more opportunity for them, have better access to health care. And the list goes on and on. And I'm a walker, and I intend to do what is right for the 9th district.
Honorable Flax Charles, this time around, how does it feel? You started your political career doing this process under one party. This time around at your second go, you're under another party. What is the general feel for you in this moment?
Well, I'm telling you, I am very comfortable. Integrity matters, and that is why I chose to join the PVIM team. I will say to you, Kathy, that we are ready and raring to go come the 25th of April, as the PVIM team is the best opportunity, the best team for the Virgin Islands at this particular juncture in our history. And we are all about young people. We are all about empowerment. We are about health care. And so much more. And the PVIM team, Kathy, is the team that can take us to the next level.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
Sandy, you are here again. Nostalgic?
Somewhat, but a little bit different. The last time I would have been on the at-large, running at-large, this time in the district. Yes, I would say a little bit nostalgic, yes.
Okay. What was the feeling that you got as you decided this morning that yes, I am going forward to this thing as I committed to?
I think what made it different today, particularly today at this particular time, is just having two huge giants behind me, which is Mark Vanterpool and Mr. Walwyn Bruley, endorsing me and nominating me this morning. That actually just made a whole world of difference for me in terms of my energy level, my motivation, and my excitement moving forward. When I woke up this morning and I thought about the huge shoes that I have to fill, I was like, yes, and I think I'm absolutely ready.
All the best to you. It's official now.
Yes, it is. Now the home stretch, all the way home.
All right, Sandy, congratulations and all the best. Lesmore, this may be a nostalgic moment for you, but also a moment where you would have previously ran with a party, and in this time you are an independent. How did it feel today?
Bev, a little more butterflies than before, but I'm here and I'm going to do my best. Moving forward, I know this is a challenge, but it's not impossible.
Okay. What's the different feeling it is being an independent? Because you would have experienced it now that you are going independent.
The thing about it, Bev, you have to do so much more on your own for yourself, knowing that with a party you had people in every district that would help to pull up some of the slack for you, and you have to cover them all for yourself along with the people that you have on the ground. So it's much more challenging when people want to meet you personally as a candidate. So it's more challenging, but it is going really, really well, and I appreciate the legwork that I've done over the past 2 or 3 years. Haven't stopped, lose the last election, didn't stop campaigning, and I think that did in fact put me ahead of the curve a little bit. And as far as the feedback that I'm getting, I'm doing great.
All right, and all the best to you from our team here.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Marlon Penn, you are a veteran in this. This is something that you would have done time and time again. But in this moment, you have a few new persons who are into this process this year. Explain how it feels for you, for this to be happening under your leadership of the National Democratic Party.
Feels good, Kathy. As you saw, I just had the 9th district candidate, Coy Levens. Him and I just had exchanges. Coy is ready to represent the people of the 9th district. He said it's official. He's in the gates. He's ready to go, raring to go. People in Anigada and Virgin-Gorda, Coy is your man. Moving forward and move the entire NDP team forward. So I'm excited just to get my candidates are excited to go. We've been on the trail now for the last 3 weeks, just talking about our ideas and our solutions for moving this country forward. We focus on a solutions-driven campaign about really fixing the problems that this country has. And we at a crossroads, Kathy. We've seen the challenges coming out of the storms, COI, the COVID-19 pandemic, and just the rest of Andrew Foy and the challenges that face for our country, our reputation. We have to rebuild our country, public trust. You have to build not just the public trust, but international reputation is at stake as well. We have some serious issues with our economy and infrastructure, and you need a team that is experienced that could hit the ground running on day one to tackle these very difficult issues that we have with our country and figure out a way forward to just ensure that we bring the people along in that process. And our team is that team to move us forward. And we're here to officially nominate ourselves, to offer ourselves to the people of this country. You've heard the talk for over the last 3 weeks, but now it's time to put up or shut up, as they say, and we're putting up.
All right. We want to wish you every success in this, all your endeavors, and more than that, we want to say thank you for what you have been doing so far during these periods that you would have served. You had served in this territory, you, especially in a very critical time, you put down personalities and personal feelings to be a part of a coalition government that would, in essence, save this territory.
Yes, and that's what it's about. It's about when we put ourselves up for public office, it's not about our own personal ambitions, Kathy. It should always be about what is best for the country. And my decision to form the coalition government was very simple. If my personal ambition outweighed those of what is best for the country will always win. And I will always make a decision that's always in the best interest of the country. So if I have to make this decision 100, 1,000 times, I'll make the same decision, because at the end of the day, it's about the people of this country and about this country, and I'll always go on the side of the people of this country. So I'm happy that we're here now. We have a chance to give the people an opportunity. They have a choice. to select who are their representative moving forward. And I'm excited for the opportunity that we have as a party to present our vision, our ideas for this country. And I know the people is going to embrace our ideas, and we're going to be the government moving forward to move this country forward as we've always done when we were the government. Every time there's an NDP government in place, the BVI progress, the economy progress, the infrastructure progress, the people progress, and it will be no different under my leadership of this territory in the National Democratic Party.
Thank you so much, Honorable Penn.
It's an overwhelming feeling because for me, this is an enormous responsibility that I have undertaken, and it's simply because I love this territory, and this is the first most important step, which is actually being nominated. I was nominated, seconded, and witnessed, so I have the all clear to contest the general elections. It gives me a sense of purpose because I know that I am here and I now need to go out and make the next 11 days count to ensure that all voters come out to vote. Not voting is not an option. Not voting is actually a vote. The very reason why you don't want to vote, by not voting, it is highly likely that that will happen, and we cannot let this election pass with every single able-bodied person who is able to vote coming out and vote. It is the most critical time in the history of this territory, and we all need to play our part in getting this country back on the right course. The theme for my campaign is hope and restoration. I have hope that the team that I am running with, PVIM, is a team that stands for leadership, integrity, transparency, accountability, hope, and empowerment. And we need to continue to empower and give a reason for hope so that we can all collectively as a people restore the territory to what it used to be.
Vernon, this is the second time you were doing this. How did it feel today and how did it go?
It went wonderful. I'm officially a candidate for the 9th District, 24th of April 2023 general elections.
What is that reason that you continue to contest the elections?
I continue to contest the elections because I notice and recognize that we need proper, true representation, which we have been getting for the last 12 years. In the next House of Assembly, some of the issues I will definitely deal with is education, health, land issues, and those will be some of the top priorities. The process went smoothly. It was nice. I was one of the first candidates here for the 9th District. I will be taking this 9th District home.
My name is Ishmael Brathwaite.
Ishmael Brathwaite. This is your first time, right, on the campaign trail? No?
I'll be surprised about my 4th time.
Oh, wow. What is it that keep you going back period after period?
Well, from the first time I ran on certain perspectives. I have not seen any change. So I feel as long as those changes have not taken place, there's a space for me in all the elections.
Honorable Alvarell, they called her the lady with the bag. This time around, for the first time, you're now going for nomination, but under a new party as opposed to what you would have done in previous years. How does it feel in this moment?
It's exciting. It's an exciting feeling when you love your job as a representative. You know, it always becomes exciting.
Is there any difference in terms of the feel as opposed to the previous party that you would have campaigned with?
No, not much of a difference. You know, I am still the same person. You know, I just change colors. That's all. You know, but in my heart, I'm still the same person towards my people.
Okay. And how are you feeling now that we're this close to April 20 and 24 when the electorates will go to the poll?
I'm not listening to noise. I listen to one person, and that's the man above. So I'm going in confident and positive that I will be re-elected.
You would have had a peek in that room there a moment ago. I saw you walk in and you walked out. Was there any nostalgia of when you would have done this for the first time?
Well, this year's arrangement is different. They have all of the constituencies registered here at the multipurpose center. Last time it was in the different districts, different areas. But we are happy that we're here. We can see from 1 to 9 and all of the at large. So we have a global picture of exactly who we will be contesting in terms of seats for the 5th House.
Okay. You're here now. You would have been nominated. You've completed that process.
Yes.
How did it feel compared to that of times past?
Kathy, it felt just like the first time. It never gets old. It's always a nostalgic feeling. It's always a feeling that you're putting yourself up to represent the people of these Virgin Islands, specifically in the 2nd District. And I take that task with tremendous humility, with tremendous importance and urgency, knowing that I am a servant leader to the people of the 2nd District and by and large this territory, given the turbulent and difficult times that we've been faced and presented before us. It is my duty to serve the people of the 2nd District as we go forward to ensure that we take us back to that foundational step and we build this country district by district, but we're working together. And I am happy to be nominated today by people from my community and witnessed by persons from my community and my parents as well, but serving this time with a PVIM government that we know that integrity matters.
Okay, Honorable Turnbull, this time you're campaigning, would have seen others in that district that you would have served for so many times, but they are brand new. These are first timers at this quest to become a legislator, especially for District 2. How is the feel? Does this touch a little nerve in any way in terms of the trying to figure out, can they make a dent?
Well, Kathy, just like I made a decision represented by the people of the 2nd District back in 2015. It is a democratic right, so I say to the candidates, best of luck to them. But for me, I'm staying laser focused. I'm focused on the people of my community. I'm focused on rebuilding and continue to restore the soul of these Virgin Islands. But the 2nd District community, which is the tourism hub from Just Van Dyke all the way to the Tortola side of the 2nd District that comes out of the 5th, comes out of the 4th, comes out of the 1st, and is connected to the 3rd District. We are going to do and continue to transform this, and hopefully we'll do it from a position that we don't have to be fighting from the opposition, but we're doing it for the sake of the people of the Virgin Islands to take us to a higher trajectory, to a higher level, and we'll do so by empowering the people of the Virgin Islands that we represent.
How was it this time around as compared to times past when you would have come to be nominated, which seals your decision to vie for a seat in the House of Assembly?
This is a little more advanced. It's a little more complications to it, especially having to swear an oath. But I chose to swear. It's either swear or affirm your disassociation from any businesses that you might have with government, which I didn't have. But that to me was a measure that I didn't experience in the past.
Okay. All right. What do you look forward to most come April 20 and 24?
I'm hoping that between April 20th and the 24th, that this sense of apathy with the amount of people who I know are disappointed and they have been swearing themselves that they will not even come out to vote, that will change, and we would manage to get the persons motivated to come out and vote, because it's a civic duty and it's your country that you're looking for. If you don't vote, you basically don't have a voice, right? And that's what my main aim from now until election day is, trying to get those people motivated again, to put hope in them, to realize that you have to come out and vote, and because it's your country at stake.
Your second time at it, any difference?
Well, the big difference, of course, for me is that the first time I ran as an at-large candidate in 2015, and this time I run as a candidate in the 1st District.
Okay.
Of course, it's been occasioned by the vacancy created by the absence of Honorable Andrew Foy, and the 1st District has been represented by the Virgin Islands Party since 1971, and I want to continue that tradition of good representation for the people of the 1st District by the Virgin Islands Party.
What was the feeling that went through your body when you walked in that room earlier to be nominated?
Maybe a slight thrill, but it's somber. It's somber because of the issues that face the territory and what representation at this time means. It's going to be very demanding, both at the district level, because there are things that we want to do to improve the district, and that will take a lot of convincing and advocating, but also because of the issues we face nationally that are not simple, but need for prepared, experience, and the kind of minds and persons and personalities to work together as a team to solve. So as I look at the things before us, it was a bit somber, but we are prepared to do the work.
Elections and campaigning back then and now. Today we feature yet another senior citizen of North Sound, Virgin Gorda, Roy Harrigan. We in the season right now where the politics is the thing of the day. We're headed to elections.
Yeah, tired of hearing it.
You're tired of hearing it? Well, I guess after going through it for so many years, of course, you can get tired of it.
Get tired, yeah.
But let's do some reflections.
Yes.
You were born here in the Virgin Islands?
Yes, I was born in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah?
Yeah, just below down there.
Here in North Sound?
Yeah, North Sound.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was it like growing
up
there?
Here, went to school here.
Wow.
Yeah, but then afterwards, went off to be a trained teacher. You have to become a trained teacher.
Okay.
Went to Antigua first, yes.
All right.
Then I went to England, went to Jamaica. All those places.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been a man around it.
I've been around.
Grew up as a teacher
I worked
for
in
years.
many schools here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then you could remember the first time you voted, huh?
Huh?
You could remember the first time you voted?
I can remember the first time. Yeah.
Tell me the story.
Boy. That first time, it was a new thing, It was a new thing for me, really. And was a bit excited. I was a bit apprehensive too, right? But we all gathered. And there was a little crowd of people there, and I was one among the crowd, and waiting to know and to see what's going to happen inside. When my turn came, I went in and I stood up and they gave me this little piece of paper and they tell me, okay, you have to put your X within a box, It wasn't, you didn't have the kind of explanation like what they give now. They tell you have to put the X within the box. So I'm looking for this box. So don't let the lines come outside the box, yeah. And, they gave me, I went behind, it was in the school down here. The school wasn't up there at that time. It wasn't there. The school was down in the Methodist church, right? It was kept there. So I went in and they had this little screen behind, they tell you go behind this little screen. It's a little, I think it was a little cloth screen, if I remember well. It was a little cloth screen. And I looked over the paper, and because I always voted for the VIP, always. Always a VIP from time the whole thing started. This the what you call them now, the party. From time this party system started, it was a VIP. So I followed what I was hearing, looked for the VIP, and I made sure I put my little X, take my time, put my little X just behind the candidate name. And doing that, my hand was shaking a little bit. Because it was so, I so wanted to get it down well that my hand was shaking a little bit, but I made sure I did it well, right? And at that time too, we didn't have this at last people system and thing. We didn't have, so once you vote for the candidate, that was
That's it,
You're
yeah.
done. You were done.
You remember the year it was?
Nah, I don't know. A year gone for me. That's a long time.
Yeah, in the 60s?
It was in the 60s.
Okay.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Okay. And you remember your age at that time that you voted the first time? For the first?
When I voted the first time, I was 21.
Ah.
Yeah, I was 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you have voted for at every campaign period at that time, every election period since then?
Since then.
Every single one.
Every single
What
one.
was that factor that kept you continuing to vote over all these years?
The VIP. That was the main thing. The main thing was the VIP. Once the VIP was there, I was there. Once the VIP had a candidate in the election, I would go and vote.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what it is about the VIP then and now that would have had you hold it?
You know, very, very funny you asked me that question because up to this morning I was thinking about that. I said, well, I had always voted for the VIP. Why I always vote for the VIP? And I tell you, because I know they are sincere people. They are sincere people. They will do what they tell you they're going to do. Right? Now, and the other thing is that they always look out for the people. They always look out for people. They put people first, right? There may be other little things that come in between, but in the end, they try to help the people. So whenever they had an election, if I was here, because I wasn't here for every election, because I was to go out on training. I think one time I was in England on training as a teacher to be professional, right? So I missed that one. But other than that, I voted in all the other election.
Okay.
Yeah.
You plan on voting this time around?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And I'm ashamed to tell you it's going to be for the VIP.
Well, I didn't really want you to say exactly when you want to vote. But I accept it as you tell me.
And a matter of fact, in a sense, I already told you before.
Yeah. In this time, you're hearing the conversation a lot, and I know you as an educator, once an educator, always an educator, and you pay keen attention to what's happening around, you know. Have you been able to, like, say, ventilate, look at the different candidates they have in the different parties to see, you know, what is there on the table? Do you feel that, you know, in this day and age that persons should carefully determine who they need to run this territory, considering the fact of the Commission of Inquiry and all that is happening, look for leaders who can really make a difference?
Of course. Of course. You got to sift through all the rhetoric and know when someone is being sincere. The whole thing to me, if you're sincere with what you're telling me, I will support you, right? And that's what I believe, that the VIP candidates are sincere people, as I said before. They are sincere people. They would do, or they would try to do, what they tell you they're going to do. They may not be successful, but they try, okay? And as you say, you listen, and you hear all sorts of things coming from different parties. This person, when I get in, they stop saying if now, they're saying when. When I get in, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the next. But after the election, and some of those same people, when they get in, you don't see these things, what they say they're going to do, come to fruition. You know, you don't see it come to fruition. So you wonder how sincere they were when they were telling you these things. That's why my thing is in sincerity. If you're sincere, and I could feel that you're sincere, you have me, right? But if I feel you're just saying it because you want to get a vote, if I get that feeling that you're saying it because you just want to get a vote, then you may not have me. No, No.
So despite you have an allegiance, if you find the people that are coming forward to you, it's not definite that you can get it if I don't feel your sincerity.
Yeah, that would give me a funny feeling. Yeah, that definitely would give me a funny feeling.
Young people and voting, these days you hear young people saying a lot, look, they ain't interested in voting. You think that this is something that young people should pay attention to?
Yes, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. I mean, young people should take more interest, I'll put it that way, in learning about how the government works, how people go about trying to solve the needs of the government or the needs of the country, and want to be involved as much as possible. It's not a matter as if, hey man, let them stay there, I don't care what happened. I gonna live. That's not the idea. You should have an interest in your country and want to see your country do well, right? And do whatever you can do to try to help. That's how I feel.
As a senior citizen, what is one of the biggest challenge that you are facing as a senior citizen resident in the Virgin Islands?
That's a big one. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
Or one thing that you would want to see take place or happen for the community of North Sound?
Oh, well, we need a bit more care for the seniors' health. That's one thing, right? A bit more care for the seniors when they get sick, when they got to move around to go to doctors, or to go to clinics and anything that. Right now we don't have a functioning clinic, right? And also, sometimes the person might not have transport, and you might, there is, I think, still a working ambulance, but it's located in the valley, okay? So that might take a while, if it could make it at all.
Oh, wow.
that might make the hill, right? The hill. So a bit more care for the seniors' health. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What in your mind stands out more about this elections this time around as compared to those in times past?
Yeah, well, this time around, it seems to me like a lot more of the younger people are waking up to the reality, right? They want to get involved. Because before, it was only the adult people, way back, it was just the adult people, but you find a lot of younger people, even if they're not coming forward to be a representative of that sort, they're getting involved, right? They're talking more about it, and that's a good thing. Because when you talk, you learn something, you listen and you learn when you talk. When you find your young people, a little group here, one or two there, some out there, and they're talking about the election, and that's good.
Right.
you understand?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. When you sit back and think over in your quiet moments about, some of the really great times you would have had, what is one of the things that you remember so well?
Well, there are many great times we have had, right? And around this time, when it's the election time, one of the big things used to be not parade. What's that again?
The campaigns?
No, we have these line of cars and.
The motorcade.
The motorcade. Yeah, that was a big thing. The motorcade.
Mm-hmm.
We used to jump in such a what vehicles it had at the time to go. We should jump in the vehicle and go from here straight to the valley making noise. And the foreman wins the election, oh man, used to be partying down there. That was a big fun. That was a big thing. Yeah. That was a big thing.
All right. It was great doing this little bit of reflection with you.
It was great. That's good talking about it.
Yes. Anything that you want to leave with the people of this territory as we go into April 24?
As we're going into April 24, get out and vote. Simply. Don't stay at home and say, I'm not going to vote. Go to the polls and vote your conscience. Vote your conscience. Whoever you have in your mind to vote for, vote for. But I will put in a little plug here, vote for the VIP. All the way.
Thank you so much, Mr. Harrigan. This has been Front Row, top news in the Virgin Islands, as told only by JTV. Remember to continue follow us on our social media platforms and even more on our website, jahphixtelevision.com. Bye for now.
For the last several years, I have had the distinct pleasure of getting to know Mrs. Lorna Smith OBE on both a personal and professional level. She's my mentor and she's my friend, and I owe so much of who I am, especially professionally, to her. Her work ethic, her determination, and her passion have rubbed off on me, and because of that, I have been able to succeed in many aspects of my life. Being a young professional in the BVI, I do think it's always special to have someone who will put you in the important rooms and allow you to learn and to grow, allow you to be the best version of yourself. She was instrumental in helping me to be confident in my abilities. She has a thing where she says that I inspire her, but I don't think she understands how much she inspires me on a daily basis. She cares, she understands, she's passionate, and she listens. Her care, her passion, and her love of all that she does are just a few of the reasons I think that you should vote for her. We are at a time in the BVI where we need doers and not just talkers. I can vouch for Lorna Smith because she is a doer and she will always fight to ensure that the BVI gets the very best. She's someone we need right now, and I am telling you here today, she can do it. On 24th April 2023, I will be voting for Lorna Smith. And you should too.
Opiate. Hi, I'm Cowboy, and I'm running for president of Stake. Thank you. And I will meet your needs. Some bathrooms are so expensive to build, they come with security. But at Staycation Butchers, our meats are affordable. People always ask me, Cowboy, where does your salmon come from? Well, our salmon comes from the water. I vote for Cowboy as a vote for quality, integrity, and consistency. So come into Staycation Butchers and cast your vote for me, your next president of Steak. Alexandra Durant approves this message.
No, I don't.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
the number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
For the last several years, I have had the distinct pleasure of getting to know Mrs. Lorna Smith OBE on both a personal and professional level. She's my mentor and she's my friend, and I owe so much of who I am, especially professionally, to her. Her work ethic, her determination, and her passion have rubbed off on me, and because of that, I have been able to succeed in many aspects of my life. Being a young professional in the BVI, I do think it's always special to have someone who will put you in the important rooms and allow you to learn and to grow, allow you to be the best version of yourself. She was instrumental in helping me to be confident in my abilities. She has a thing where she says that I inspire her, but I don't think she understands how much she inspires me on a daily basis. She cares, she understands, she's passionate, and she listens. Her care, her passion, and her love of all that she does are just a few of the reasons I think that you should vote for her. We are at a time in the BVI where we need doers and not just talkers. I can vouch for Lorna Smith because she is a doer and she will always fight to ensure that the BVI gets the very best. She's someone we need right now, and I am telling you here today, she can do it. On 24th April 2023, I will be voting for Lorna Smith. And you should too.